Hello and welcome, folks. Rebecca Davison, spiritual coach and intuitive guide here. I want to talk to you today about why your intuition is not working. One of the things that we see a lot in the coaching space is people saying things to you, especially about growing your business. If you're a coach, if you're a guide, if you're a healer yourself, you would have heard this narrative. Just follow your intuition, be discerning, make your own choices. Now, why might this feel difficult? One of the things that people fundamentally misunderstand when it comes to developing your intuition is to develop your intuition effectively. One of the first things that you're going to need to do is to learn how to navigate your ego. Now, what's your ego? Your ego is your non-God self. The ego has actually been derived really from evolution, from being the caveman that collected the most berries and the most firewood. He became advantageous. He became a more lucrative mate in terms of survival. So this is where we can see, if we extrapolate this out, that this really moves into who has the most money wins. Now, that's just one variation of ego, but ego is primarily interested in your survival. So we want to really look at ego and go, what is ego? You want to see it like a software program that is running and you're in the program. This is why I often say to people, it's hard to see your ego because you're in it. You're having this human experience. Your ego is kind of like hardwired through your central nervous system, and it's always scanning your horizon to make sure that you're safe. It's always perceiving potential threats. Now, the thing to know about ego is it's fear-based. And if you're trying to create from ego, it's going to feel a lot harder because it is fear-based. And this is often what happens is when people tune into their intuition and their intuition gives them a piece of guidance, like go pick up the phone and call this person or do this thing. And then what happens for that person is fear comes up because it's asking them to go outside of their comfort zone. And the ego is establishing, is it safe to do that? Which is often why people get held back. They'll get intuitive awareness all day long, but then they don't actually go and take action on it. Or they get confused and they think, is that my ego? Is that my intuition? Or is that fear? Because it's asking you to do something that's outside of your comfort zone, and immediately the fear comes up. So understanding there is no fear in your intuition. Your intuition is your ability to communicate with the divine. There's no fear in the divine. And the universe knows what is for you. It knows your fears, it knows your desires, it knows your energetic frequency, it knows where you're at, it knows what it is that you want to create. It is with you every single step of the way. But humans get confused because they don't know how to navigate their ego. And so many people want it to be instantaneous, but your relationship with your intuition is just that, a relationship. And like all good relationships, it takes effort, it takes showing up, it takes consistency, and it takes learning how to navigate your ego. A lot of times people can't even see their own fear because they just think it's reality to be fearful, to be afraid. Now, when you realize that all your negative emotions come from ego, it starts to get quite eye-opening. And when you start realizing that your emotions are actually a guidance system, so when you feel good, you're in alignment. Ooh. And if you're not feeling good, you're moving away from the mind of God. And the universe is letting you know you're moving away through this tension, through this dissonance, through this resistance that starts presenting through your physical body, also known as your emotions. When you start looking at this, folks, it can actually become really simple in terms of how to navigate your ego so you can get intuitive guidance easily and clearly, and then follow through. Because the intuitive process is actually feminine and masculine. What does that mean? It means that we have to receive our intuition in stillness, preferably, or a relaxed state. This is often why people get their downloads. I get a lot of mine at the kitchen sink. I know a lot of people get them in the shower or in the bathroom when they're kind of just in a state of mind where they're relaxed, information comes in. That's the feminine principle. But the masculine is then to take that information and to take action on it, to actually go and pick up the phone or call that person or reach out to somebody, which is literally going to help you to bring your dreams to life. So, a lot of times people can be far too much in one or the other. What do I mean by that? Oftentimes people are getting the intuitive awareness, not taking action on it, or they're taking so much action that they're not actually listening to their true intuitive guidance. It is a balance. You want to think of it as the infinity symbol, a figure eight turned sideways, that it is masculine and feminine. And when those two principles are working together as they were designed to do, then this is where following your intuition gets to be really easy. So, if you're struggling with your intuition, do you know about your ego? Do you know how to navigate your ego? Do you know what all your negative emotions mean? If you want to learn more information, come over and join us in the Intuitive Life Academy on Facebook for Divine Feminine Leaders. That's where I hang out the most. That's where I share a lot of information about how to open up your intuition, which is the key to unlocking everything. The answers to all your life catalysts, i.e., the most challenging things that have ever happened to you, they are literally a gift. If you know how to look for the gift, if you know how to receive the gift from spirit, when you start looking at reality this way, you'll start seeing everything is designed in your favor. When we experience negative emotions, it can be really easy to feel like the universe is punishing us. And of course, that's not the case. What's actually happening is it is for our evolution, it is for our growth, it is for our spiritual expansion. But of course, when we're going through it, if we don't know that, if we don't understand that, it can feel extremely challenging, which is why it's so beneficial to learn about ego and to speed up your process of spiritual intelligence and embodying that so you can work with these masculine and feminine principles to actually create what it is that you want. Do come and join us. We have a wonderful community full of people just like you who want to live to their full potential. So if this resonates with you, do feel free to subscribe and like this video. I'm going to share more information on YouTube. I feel to open up this space, which is beneficial in terms of helping you to understand how your intuition is with you moment to moment to moment, because the universe is with you moment to moment to moment. And you have access to this incredibly powerful resource, which really lands you in whole different dimensions. The purpose of your intuition is so you can be guided through your reality, to know that you're not alone, you're not doing it alone, and to activate immense power. I'm sending you so much love and light. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.